I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more times.
5 blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Velas. Is the Instagram popping off? Is that why you're...
A little,
Yeah.
not too much.
No, you're big time.
I wish I were big time. I'm not quite Oscar Bevis yet, am I? So
No one is, mate. Junaid, thanks for giving me some of your time. You got the IFL room service,
I've made
of course. Yeah, you've made it. Matchroom show number 2. You're now on Matchroom and the Zone Fighter as well. I know, and I said this to you, I thought it was really good when you said this. You said earlier to Eddie, I'm not surprised I'm here, but I'm privileged. But is there still a bit of you that's like pinching yourself that you're on this stage?
I've not really took it all in, if I'm honest with you. End of the day, I've been working towards this since a kid, but it's not anything where it's like, oh, that's a dream come true. It was like, I've got to get there. Like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. This is how I've got to get there, and it's just another step in the ladder to where I want to be. And like I said before, I am really privileged to be here, but it's nothing like, oh, I've actually done it because I've always thought I was going to do it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm privileged.
It would be weird in a sense if you did kind of see it as, oh yeah, I've completed it, because you're only 2-0, you're looking to go 3-0 this weekend.
Yeah.
I know from speaking to you in the past, you are, well, you're miles off where you want to be, because you want to achieve big things in this game.
Exactly, I've done fuck all really now. I'm only 2-0, do you know what I mean? I beat Journeyman in my first fight, and then I beat a guy with a 50-50 record in my second, do you know what I mean? Let's not get too big-headed, obviously. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and everyone's bigging me up, but it's for me to perform, which I will do you know what I mean? Until then, I'll keep on doing what I'm doing, staying in the gym, doing what I've got to do, and just performing.
I know people around boxing know your face because, of course, you've been around Sonny a lot at the Steel City, and there was that video that I'm sure we've spoken about when you got in the ring. Was it Kel's open workout?
Yeah.
So you kind of, you're such like a boxing kid that it was never going to be anything else, was it? Growing up for you, it was, I mean, this is before that, but even when it came to being around fighters, meeting them and seeing your face at Fight Week events as an amateur, it was always going to be this, wasn't it, and nothing else?
No, definitely not, and that's why I take to it like a duck to walk, because I've been around this since a kid, literally, like, even before a teenager, and that I was going to pro shows, like, not just to the shows, but behind the scenes, weigh-ins, seeing the lads cut weight, seeing the lads conducting themselves for interviews, do you know what I mean? And then it kind of rubbed off on me, because obviously now I'm here, it's nothing new to me, do you know what I mean? Even though it's me doing it first hand, my first experience, it's nothing new because I've been around it that much, and if anything, I'm privileged again. I'm thankful to have that, because not many kids have that. You see a lot of man, they turn over, very good amateurs, even GB lot, and then they've turned over, but this is all brand new to them. To me, I'm made for this game, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have it any other different. This is all I've ever wanted to do, is box. That's all I've ever wanted to do, be a boxer, nothing else. Some kids want to be firemen, and then they want to be, I don't know, a doctor. Me, all I've ever wanted to do from walking is a boxer, and I'm here, man, it's written.
Yeah. I suppose being around that as well, you would have seen the brutal side of the sport from quite early. You said about lads making weight and things like that, but I suppose even I've found out from just being on the media side, there's a lot of things you find out about how boxing is a brutal sport for one, and a bit of a dirty, naughty sport at times as well, behind the scenes. Was you kind of introduced at a young age to the horrible side of it as well? Because it's not just, I'm going to get in the ring, win a fight, and I'm Rocky Balboa.
No, definitely not.
So you saw all the shit that comes with it, the crap.
Of course, because obviously you're around it, you're not getting taught, well, you are getting taught it, but you're seeing it. So I'm seeing it firsthand. It's not like, oh, Junaid, this is what happens, and then I'm coming in, oh fuck, do you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm seeing it, do you know what I mean? But the best thing about me is as well, I've seen a lot of good with it. Like, I've got very good people around me. Grant Smith has had me since 12-year-old. I've got my mum and dad around me. I've got now obviously S-Jam who's come on board, and they're looking after me, and they've dealt with me very well. Do you know what I mean? So I'm in very good hands, and not many I've got that, and I have. So I've got the best team around me. So yeah. Yeah,
and Eddie's taken you as well.
Yeah.
I said this. I know Eddie's taken you. I think you can tell that from the press conference.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah, I don't know yet. Don't know. Got a bit more work to do. Do you know what I mean?
A bit more work to do to be his favourite.
On that bill. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I want to get him a bit more going, but nah. Listen, of course, obviously, I'm a personality. I'm entertaining, and you must see a few quid in me. Do you know what I mean? A little superstar, but yeah, of course, man. That's what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be no normal boxer. What's like, oh, he's boxing on this show, yeah, we'll fill him in, he does a little 6 round and bang him. No, I want people to be excited about me.
But your intent for boxing on the last Matchroom show was saying to Eddie, you're going to sign me after this.
Yeah, definitely. It was a scouting mission. It was a scouting mission. I understood that, like, it was a scouting mission. If I perform well there, well, put it this way, if I perform shit, yeah, didn't do well,
you wouldn't be sitting here.
well, you know what I mean? I'd get a little fucking, I don't know, 59, 55 win decision. They wouldn't bat an eyelid at me because they see that every other time. Whereas if I perform, entertain, speak a bit, be out of the box a bit more, which is me anyway, so I'm doing nothing out of my comfort zone anyways, this is just me. So I'm glad, and obviously he's seen that. Now it's just for me to show him right, prove him right.
Yeah, now it's about keeping it going. I know that you're going to want to do the exact same thing and finish with a stoppage again this weekend. I know obviously you just spoke about, oh, I'm made for this and I've been doing this since then and I've seen all this. Do you have any pressure that you put on yourself? Because you are sitting there and saying, oh, I want to be a superstar, this and that. You must have pressure that you put on yourself.
Yeah, but no, like, I don't. A lot of people look around themselves and think, oh, this is a big event, this is that. I don't. I think, well, I'm here now, but I may as well enjoy it. You know what I mean? Make the most of it. Like, in my head, I've prepared myself since a very young kid. Like, this is all I've ever wanted to do. There's nothing else I've ever wanted to. There ain't no plan B. There ain't no plan B at all. So I've conducted myself, I've put myself around in situations where it's like I visualise myself being here, so that when I am there, I'm already here. Do you know what I mean? I'm comfortable with it, and obviously I feel like I'm dealing with things very well. Obviously I've not let it get to my head. I won't let things get to my head, and even if I did seem to let it get to my head, I'd be put straight back in my place by the boys at the gym and my parents. So I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm comfortable.
Yeah, it seems like one of them gyms and the bunch of lads you're around at Steel City where if you were to get that step ahead of yourself, you'd be told, no, fucking get back in line, screw your head on, because
there ain't no yes man.
Yeah.
There ain't no yes man. Grant don't take no shit. And
just because he comes across as the nicest geezer in the world on camera.
No, he is, but he is. He's got a very good heart, and obviously he's dealt with me since I was 12-year-old, and I've been given a lot of bollockings, a lot of telling us, fucking put in my place bare times, like enough times, but he's done it from the best interest of his heart. Do you know what I mean? He's took me from a 12-year-old to a 20-year-old man. Do you know what I mean? What's signed to Matchroom, and I can't thank him enough. His mum and dad, the amount of times they've pulled me in the office and gone mad on me for little things, but in my head I weren't quite understanding it. But I always knew they had the best interest for me, and now looking at it, I deserved half of that, majority of it anyways. Do you know what I mean? So it's all good. Yeah,
you've got everything in place now with, as we said, the Matchroom, the zone signing. You've got S-Jam behind you. You've got the perfect training team who, you know, like you said, it's not new. They know you and they help mould you into the fighter you are. Obviously, the rest of the journey now is on you, and if you keep performing, I suppose there's going to be the typical thing you get with boxing fans, and it's that thing where he looks good, how quickly do we move him?
Yeah.
You know, that situation where as soon as you start looking good, say you replicate your second fight a few more times, it won't be long before people go, put him in a title fight then. But as you say, you're young, right?
Yeah, I'm 20 years of age, but the thing is, I've got a lot of growing, developing to do. Like, literally, I ain't cutting no weight. You know what I mean? I ain't cutting no weight at all. Like, I'm sound for this. Like, I'm on a big light middle, so I'm gonna grow into it a lot more. Big up Lee, do you know what I mean? He's looking after me, my nutritionist, and look, end of the day, that's the reason I've got a good team around me, because they won't allow that to happen. They'll take the fights when they need to take them, because me, I'll fight any fucker. But it's up to Adam Morale, Shane Watson and Grant to think, yeah, he's the right person, let's fight him. Because in my head, I'll beat anyone on the day, so I'll get there. Youth titles next year is what I want. A youth title, ideally.
Yeah. Are you one of them, obviously you just said a youth title there, but are you one of them who kind of has a plan set out in your head of how boxing doesn't run smoothly, so not that anything would go perfectly, but are you one of them who has a plan in your head of what you want to do, or is it just there will be titles at some point, it could be this title, that title, or because I know some fighters set out and go, my area title, English, British, and have you kind of penned out what you want to do?
Yeah, well, my long-term,
like past the youth title.
My long-term goal is to be a world champion and beyond, if that makes sense.
Do you not care how I suppose you're not going to care how you get there, or have you thought about in between? I would like to have the British or the
of course, I'd love to win the British. The British is the most beautiful belt. Dalton won it. Dalton won it a few weeks ago.
Lovely, isn't it?
Can I get that?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
What are you saying?
So you said about Dalton won the British a couple
Yeah,
of
Dalton won the British.
Lovely belt, isn't it?
Sonny won the
Gorgeous.
British.
Yeah.
The first time I ever hold a British, funny enough, was Kid Galahad's belt, Barry's belt, when I was a kid then. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it was a beautiful belt, do you know what I mean? And I'd love to have one of them. I'd love to defend it 3 times. Here you go, mother, do you know what I mean? But
as long as it ends in a world title
yeah,
for
of
you,
course,
I suppose,
that's where I want to be at, and that's where the money's at, of course. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I've always dreamed of. But a British title is beautiful, man. I'd love one of them, definitely.
I know, obviously, we could sit here and sway well off topic about loads of different things, but just kind of from a standpoint of yourself as a young fighter, it is interesting where you say that's where the money's at as well. Is that something you think a lot about as a young fighter?
Well, of course.
Because obviously everyone wants money, but it's one of them things, like you said, the big money ain't gonna come until you're at the top. But is it something that
people think I'm a superstar? Yeah, I'm 20 years of age and I'm sharing a room with my brother in my mum's house. Do you know what I mean? You're calling me a superstar, but I'm doing that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's mad, but I understand that I want to look after my parents, I want to look after my sisters and my brother, do you know what I mean? I want to look after everyone around me, and I've got a platform, I've got a talent, and I've got the chance to do something with it, do you know what I mean? And of course that's not my main priority. However, I've got that chance to do something. I want to make everyone around me comfortable and myself comfortable. Do you know what I mean? So I can look back and I'm like, yo, I've got all these memories, I've got a long journey, what I've done, but it's concluded with multiple world titles, a beautiful journey with a lot of people around me, and then everyone around me is comfortable. Do you know what I mean? That's a dream come true.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people in boxing say it's either about, and maybe this is how we question the fighters, it's either like the glory and the belts or the money. It's kind of, it always seems like it's one or the other. Yeah,
but why can't it be both?
Yeah.
Because if
they
the
come hand in hand
always
anyway.
cream always rises in the top. Yeah, put your principles in place. Yeah, your fundamentals, good people around you, your talent, your graft. You don't go AWOL. As long as you perform and you keep on winning, the titles will come. And on top of that, with the personality that I am, the money will come. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not money orientated. I'm 20 years of age. Do you know what I mean? Like all I want to do is look after everyone around me. Do you know what I mean? And we'll live a good life. So yeah.
Can I get these involved?
Yeah, definitely.
The shorts reveal. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit, and the story behind them as well. They are a lovely pair of shorts, by the way.
Nice, aren't they? Big up Melissa from Susie Wong.
They are gorgeous.
Nice, man.
And I know there's a bit of a story.
Yeah,
behind
basically, due to the floods, what happened in Pakistan, basically it's wiped out like 2/3 of the country. Basically, it's affected like 2/3. Being half Pakistani myself, and with my uncle doing charity work over there, a lot of charity work. I thought do a little. It's nothing really, but do something where I can either auction them off or raffle them off. I'm not quite decided yet, but I thought may as well, and I like my shorts, so I thought design them and then get them done. So yeah, obviously once this fight is done, I will do that, and then yeah, hit me up. Do you know what I mean? It's all going. Every single penny will go to charity. Mark my words, and yeah, just thought I'd do that.
Yeah, and even someone at your stage of your career, I suppose, and it will grow in the future as you grow into someone that becomes more well known, using your platform to do the right thing. Well important.
See, I think a lot of people do like this charity work almost for sure. Like, look at me, I'm doing charity work. So I always encourage people to do things and do well and try and give when you can. But I'll never try and be one of them like, oh look at me, I'm doing charity work, but I'm not like that.
Yeah.
But I just if anyone can help in any way, anyone else, then do so because it's good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never know when you'll need it.
Yeah, top man. Junaid, thanks for giving me some of your time.
Appreciate it, bro.
Good luck on Saturday. How are you feeling, actually? Just one last thing, at this point in the fight week, are you one of them fighters who's just like, mate, I just want to get in there?
Yeah, I want to get in, but I'm chilling. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm comfortable, so
yeah, you ain't got to get in a hot bath, wrapping towels,
none of that. But no, even if I had to, I'm prepared to do so. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm prepared for anything. I've got to be willing to do so. At the end of the day, this is my job. Like it's my career, so I'm gonna do everything I need to. My man's 2-0. He's gonna be 2-1 on Saturday. The other fella, not me. We're both 2-0, so it's a good little fight. Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
that's good as well. You get to potentially tick off your first undefeated fighter.
Yeah.
Do you know too much about him? Or?
Not really. I think he's Belgium, training in America or something. I watched like 2 rounds with him. I was like, yeah, no problem. Message Shane. Yeah, we'll take that, no problem. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We've took every opponent. There's a few what have pulled out for whatever reasons, but I'm glad he's took it. And in hindsight, it's a good thing he's undefeated.
Yeah.
I'm undefeated. We're both 2-0. It's got a little story to it. Do you know what I mean? It's good.
Brilliant. Look forward to it, Junaid. Top man. Always a
Thank
pleasure.
you,
Top man, bro.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more
There's 5
times.
blokes outside my front door. You coming in?
One hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.